Greetings RC friends, welcome to Props and Wheels and to another 2-channel airplane review. Let's open up the box and see what is inside. Here is a flyby or Fei Xiong Piper J-3 Cub. I got this one through eBay for about $25, shipped to my door, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a bud, not a dud. So here it is, very basic package. The plane itself comes out fully assembled, except you just push in the landing gear to the front if you're planning to use it, or you can remove it. I would leave it on because I would like to test if it takes off from the ground by just rolling. By the way, this is a fake windmilling propeller in the front. There is no motor, and the two motors are, in this case, installed to the front of the wing, not the back. Like, it's not pusher, it's a puller props, and this turns via differential thrust and climbs and descends by increasing or decreasing the power. Let's see, usually they tuck the battery in the plane. Yeah, here is the battery with the low C connector. I love these connectors. They are very standard, very easy to plug it in and out, and it also comes with an on-off switch. I love that functionality because you can leave the battery inside after you are done. Just turn it off and take the battery out later at home. It's a battery charger. It goes to a USB adapter. One set of spare propellers, one for the right, one for the left, and a very basic plastic key controller. It doesn't even have, I don't think, any rates. No buttons on top, bottom, and these don't press in or out, so it's very basic. Let's see how many batteries it takes. It takes only 2 AA battery. That's great. And then we have an instruction manual. Usually you don't need these, but one side is English, the other side is in Chinese. Don't expect the English to be perfect, but it has diagrams, so it should be understandable. So I plug the charger, there is no light. I'm assuming the light is going to come on when I connect the battery. Yes, here is the red light. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the red light is on, and usually the red light comes off when the battery is fully charged. So here you go. On this side, it's easier to see. The red light is off, so the charging is complete. The hatch is closed. Let's bend the antenna back a little bit. Let's turn this one on. The light did not come on. That's never a good sign. Let me see if it is going to come on once we turn on the transmitter. Up, down. Alright, so it's alive. And somehow I don't see a light here, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's try it out. So the throttle is usually always proportional, so if I advance this, it is proportional. Let's give it a little bit of throttle. So do you hear it? It's on off. It's on off. The gyro is working though. So it is very simple airplane, but in the past I had really good Fei Xiong or Flybear airplanes that are non-proportional turn but still flew great. So let's go outside and do its maiden flight. So we are out in the local park. Everything is set up. The little Piper J-3 Cub is ready for its first flight. My app is showing 11 miles per hour, but I don't feel it. Now I feel slight breeze coming from my back, although it's showing it should be coming towards me. I'm going to start with a hand launch. Everything is set up, and hopefully this will be a good flight for the little yellow Cub. Well, so far so good. The takeoff was uneventful. It is floating pretty nicely. I have about 40% throttle. The turns are a little abrupt as expected because of the non-proportional control. But hey, you just have to bump the turns and it is very stable. Let me bring it a little lower so you can see. It's definitely flying good, and although there's slight breeze, you just have to make sure that when you are turning, if you sustain the turn by pushing the right stick, increase the throttle a little bit, otherwise you see it just loses a lot of altitude. Or you just bump the stick like that to do a larger radius turn. Oh, what happened over there? I don't know. I think it was my fault. I may have cut down the power too much, but I wanted to land it anyway because I want to do a rolling takeoff. Let's see which way the wind blowing. I feel like it's blowing from my back, so the wind keeps changing. So it's coming towards us right now. As you can see, the wind milling front propeller, and let's see if it's going to take off. All right, full power. Yeah, it does. It does take off from the ground as long as you have a smooth surface for those tiny little plastic wheels. But it is flying very well for a $25 two-channel airplane without proportional turn control. Oh, that was interesting. So when I was doing the same thing, that happened. And I'm not sure if the gyro is going into fritz, but it just lost its balance and I lost a propeller. Now thinking of it, maybe the prop came off before it crashed, because I do not see it here, and that will explain why it will go like that into a dive. Just separated from the plane in flight. Maybe it wasn't all the way pushed in, I'm not sure. This one seems to be nice and tight. Well, in these type of instances, the spare propellers that they provide in the box come in very handy. So this one says B on it, and I need to find A, and this is A. And let's double check. Yes, their pitch is reverse, so this is the correct one. I'm just going to push this one in. It's pushed in. Hopefully this won't leave the plane in midair, because then I'll be out of A propellers. Okay, this one's already pushed in. It was a little loose as well. So that kind of teaches me to always test these out. Don't expect the quality control at the factory. Do your own quality control. All right, back to the park now. Well, while I was replacing the propeller, the wind has increased quite a bit. Do you see? And it's coming now from the north. It's like almost like a microburst. All props are, except this one, turning. So let's see how it's going to do in the wind. Whoa. Wow, did I catch a thermal or something? Yeah, the wind took it quite high, so very sudden. Let me bring it back. Yeah, definitely the wind direction has changed. Now it's blowing from the north, although the app was showing southeast earlier. Let's see if the little plane is going to be able to come back. Oh, yeah, so we are getting bursts. I have to manage the throttle quite. Wow. This is a stable airplane, but it's not made for this kind of wind. It is blowing pretty hard right now. I think we are finally getting that 11 miles per hour. And it's strange, the sun is setting, so it should get calmer, not breezier. Let's stay away from those trees. And let's see if I can do a nice low and slow. It gets a little difficult in this wind, but I'm going to try to keep it close. It is tiny little plane, very lightweight, but the gyro is doing its job even in this wind. I'm quite impressed for the money I paid. A little over $25 shipped to my door, and it's flying good, although it doesn't have dual rates, it doesn't have proportional turns, but if you know how to fly it by bumping the right stick like this, you'll have hours of fun with this little thing. And I love the yellow color. I think they have a couple different colors. I have seen red and blue as well, but by far this is my favorite color. It's very easy to see. And of course, J-3 Cubs are generally yellow and black, so I wouldn't get any other color for a Piper J-3 Cub. So just remember, do not sustain the flight too long. Let me take it a little higher and show you how quickly it loses altitude. So I'm going to do a sustained left, and it's just I just let it go because otherwise we'll spiral all the way to the ground. And let's try the right turn, sustain right turn. I'm giving full throttle and it's still coming down. So, you know, short bursts for turning. I wish they made it proportional. I don't know how much more it would have cost. I would have paid more for a proportional control. If they advertised this proportional turn, I'll be willing to pay a little more. But it is a good plane. Is it a Superbud? No, it's not a Superbud. This cannot compete with my Superbuds, which are the Q002 Baby and C-17 transport airplane. I have a couple more newer ones that are very close to being Superbuds, but those two are by far my favorite two-channel airplanes. So much that I bought a couple, and last year I put the Baby on a giveaway. I bought them for my friends to start flying RC airplanes, and I own an unopened boxes of both the Baby and C-17, waiting for the other ones to get destroyed. I fly them a lot because I want to have brand new ones in my stock. Okay, I think it is time for landing, and let's see if I can do a hand catch. Again, because it's not a proportional, it's a little harder to control. Let's see. Alright, come to Papa. No problem at all. Alright folks, this was the review of the Fei Xiong or Flybear 803 Piper J-3 Cub, and I have seen the red lights. It's not directly under this little hole, but somewhere I have seen it while I was rotating it. Okay, out of 5, what is my prop stand wheel score? It is a solid 4, and it only loses a little bit because it is not proportional control, and other than that, it is nice. It is a very nice two-channel airplane, and also the wing is has put in a little crooked. Now I'm realizing it. Do you see? It's kind of the right wing is down on the left-hand side here. This is lower than this one, so I may have to separate it. Still, it was flying okay. which is amazing because you see the right wing is lower than the left wing right now if I hold it like this. So it was still flying okay, means that it's controlled well. So yes, I recommend it, 4 out of 5. And I don't know if we needed this windmilling propeller. They could have left it out probably, but in order to make it more scale they left it. But this is probably providing a lot of drag, so it will decrease the battery life. But I still like it. This is going to be one of the buds, not super bud, but one of the better 2-channel airplanes that I would recommend. Well folks, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and healthy, and don't forget to keep those props and wheels spinning, and hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.